What's up, guys? It's Sean from Srkcycles.com. And unlike cars that have a lot of times you look at your mom's like SL1 Saturn and it has the speedometer goes up to 165. Unlike cars, when you have a speedometer that goes 180 on your bike, it's probably because it can do it. And this bike is no exception. This bike is sick, fast, a lot of fun. I'm Sean and this is Srkcycles. Alright guys, let's start the day the way we should. Hey, Superman. Romans 8:1. There is, hold on. Let me stop. There is therefore now no condemnation for those who are in Christ. Think about that one for a little bit. I'm pretty excited about this Concourse. This is a 2010 Concourse. They did make some changes from the previous generation. One of those changes is the side fairing design to stop the heat from hitting your leg. Another change is the K-Act and the K-Track. So K-Act is the ABS mode, and K-Track uses the same system, but is the stability control, like the traction control. So it's going to stop you from spinning out and stuff like that. I've watched some videos about people actually testing it out, like putting stabilizers on the bike and putting it on like ice and stuff like that. It was pretty cool. It's a pretty impressive system. This bike just wants to go. They make, oh, check it out. Look how cool that is. Front tire pressure, 40 pounds. Rear tire pressure, 41 pounds. How awesome is that? I don't know of any other bike that tells you the tire pressure on a gauge like that. I don't think even the Goldwings do that. I don't know. Maybe they do, but it's pretty cool. This bike also has a proximity key. So as long as you have that key in your pocket, or like my bike, tied to the bike, you just jump on and turn the bike on. It's very cool. Another change that they did on these bikes is they did some adjustments to the windshield so it has a taller reach. And some people were complaining about the range on the gas tank. So instead of putting a bigger gas tank on it, they did the next best thing. Actually, maybe even a better thing. They added an eco mode. And that eco mode be sipping the fuel. It'd be look at me. It'd be sipping the fuel like out of a straw, just sipping it. Very cool. Of course, electronically lowering and raising windshield. That's pretty close to being standard on most of these sport touring bikes. And also grip warmers, which I keep on all the time. I like my hands, even in the winter and even in the summertime, I like my hands to be nice, cozy, and melty. Going straight. Yo, watch this. Just a lot of power. So basically, this is the ZX-14, but set up differently. It's the ZX-14 engine. It's just, it's got a different tune. It may have different components, but a lot of it's just a whole, it's a remade ZX-14. This is shaft driven, the ZX-14's chain driven. This is just the more refined, higher class version of its rough, sportier, stupid brother. And I'm saying stupid because he's always doing all these crazy things. He's always, going real fast, dragging knee. He's always racing people. I love the ZX-14, great bike. But this is a little more refined. Another thing about it is these bars are a whole lot more upright. And this particular bike actually has lifters on them. It looks like it's got like 2.5-inch lifters, and it's a very, very, very comfortable riding position. You can see from my profile My back is straight. My arms are like, I've got a good reaching point. It's just very, very, very comfortable. And it's nice to know that you have a bike that can do 180 miles an hour, even if you never do it. Now, something that always kind of boggled me is, you always look at these sport touring guys and you're like, why do they need a bike with 180 horsepower? Why do they need that much power? They're just sport touring. And oftentimes they're dressed kind of similar to me, except they have like yellow orange pants. And they're, you know, they got the high-vis jacket and the high-vis pants and the high-vis helmet, and they're just all driving around all proper, and their bike's all dirty because they've been all over the country. And I'm like, why do they need so much power? Well, in Europe, someone told me this, the sport touring guys are all about two things: going as fast as they possibly can for as long as they possibly can. So you're rocking on the Autobahn and you're just cruising 160 miles an hour for hours. How awesome would that be? We don't really have that opportunity in the States. We just don't. We don't have that opportunity. But wouldn't that be super cool to do it? So that's why they make these things. You know, they got the windshield, they're all aerodynamic, they got big power, but it's sport touring. So you can comfortably ride, you know, triple digits, just crushing it. You know, a trip that normally takes you like 3 hours takes you 30 minutes. No, you can't. It wouldn't be that much faster. I mean, if you were doing maybe, hold on. If you were doing triple your normal speed, let's say you're normally going 55 and now you're doing 160, so 3 hours might take you an hour if you were doing triple your speed, not 30 minutes. You'd be going real fast. No, okay, so you're saving a lot of time, you're having a lot of fun, you're risking it all. That sounds super cool. I've always enjoyed these bikes. It's just it's very, very, very smooth, very refined. It is kind of like the big bad sport touring bike, kind of at the top of the pedestal. You know, you got this, you got the FJR, you got the Honda ST. The VFR is more sporty, and they didn't make it very long. I don't think they also make the VFR. Who knows? There's a little spot right there. Not sure how to get into that. And then you got your bag and you got your luggage. So it's a very refined bike. Who is this rider for? This is for the guy looking to do tours. The guy that he gets his hair cut. The guy who rides this bike probably gets his hair cut more than like every quarter, like I do. I don't know. If some guy with really long hair came and tried to buy this bike, I think I'd be a little skeptical. But what's your end game here? You know, why is your hair so long? I'm not trying to like bash people with long hair. I used to have long hair, but I don't know if I love this bike, but would this be the bike I chose for if I can only have one bike for my whole life? I just got wet. How did that happen? Yo, somehow like I just got splashed. Was there like a sprinkler back there or something? Wow. But if I had to like, I mean, I'd love to, if I had to ride this bike for the rest of my life, I'd be a pretty happy guy. I just can't commit to one bike. I can commit to one woman. I've done that. I am happily married. Guys, I like this bike. It's a cool bike. Very, very, very smooth. That ZX-14 inline 4 is a beast of a bike. And will smoke you. I'm gonna turn these heated grips on because that just makes me feel nice and cozy. I'm not gonna turn them on, it's too hot. I'm already hot. Oh, you could also, when it comes to performing, you know, this is a bike that could just like shred the Dragon Tail. if you know what you're doing. You gotta know what you're doing. This bike could also kill you. This is not a beginner bike. 1, it's big. 2, it's fast. 3, it's got bags and it's a little heavier, so if you have stuff in the bags, it's not going to be as, the weight's not going to be as distributed as you might want it to be. But what beginner wants to buy this bike anyway? That'd be crazy. Alright guys, that wraps it up. I'm Sean from Srkcycles. And this is Srkcycles. Remember, it's not what you're riding, but where you're going. Hey Tim.